What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Way to Zone podcast, and we are back for another MMA breakdown. This is PFL Championships 2024. Let's get right into this breakdown, guys. It's going to be the first fight of the night. It's going to be Claudio Pacella taking on Oscar Owensworth, and we're going to be taking Claudio Pacella in this one, guys. I think Claudio is going to land the harder shots. I think he's going to be pressuring Oscar, and I think he has a chance to get in the knockout. Oscar might have more of the volume, but I think it's going to come down to where Claudio is just more of a dog. I think he's going to be able to walk forward, put the pressure on him, land the harder shots, and if he doesn't get the knockout, I think if this fight goes to decision, I think Claudio is going to end up getting the decision just because he's going to land the harder shots and he's just a dog. I think even as the fight goes on, it's like he gets stronger as he goes and Oscar slows down as the fight goes on. So I think this is a good fight for Claudio. So give me Claudio to win this fight as the first fight. Guys, get into this next fight. This is going to be the first leg of my 4-leg parlay I'm going to be making. A lot of the bigger favorites, but I do believe these big favorites come out on top and they cash. But for this fight, it's going to be the first leg of that parlay. It's going to be Paulina, I think it's a Wyszkalska taking on Valentina Skadzidzi. And I'm going to be taking Paulina in this one, guys. Paulina has a very good background in all MMA and the amateur. She has a very good amateur record where she's fought all over in amateurs. Then she came to the professionals and she's doing really well as well. She has good takedown defense. She has good takedowns herself, and she also just puts on volume and good striking. I like her a lot. I think she's going to go in here and just beat Valentina just by the more of the output and throw the harder strikes, and probably just land more of the strikes and just put more of an output where the judges are going to like it. I think she's also fought the higher competition, and like I said, she has a very big amateur background where she's fought all over and she's fought a lot of high level competition, and where Valentina hasn't fought very high level competition. She's very new to this sport. I would say she's had about like 3 or 4 fights professionally, maybe 1 fight amateurly. But Paulina, like I said, she's had so many amateur fights, getting into the pros, doing very well now, and I expect her to go out here and get this victory as well. So give me Paulina as the first leg of that parlay. This leg, second leg of the parlay, is going to be Paulina-Duragrin taking on Yasin Chitugo, and I'm going to be taking Matthews in this one. I think Matthews is going to be able to do whatever he wants in this fight. I think he's going to be able to take him down. I think he's going to dominate him on the floor. I think he's probably going to end up getting a submission victory. Even if this fight does stay standing up, I think Matthews has a better hands. I think he's very strong. I think he can land a harder shot and knock out Yasin. Yasin has fought very low level competition. He hasn't fought anybody as good, and this is the first level he is fighting someone that's good. And Matthews, he's fought a lot of better people, and I just believe he's a better fighter. So give me Matthews to win this fight. I think he wins this fight by submission or knockout. For the third leg of the parlay, it's going to be Patrick Horiroba taking on Catalin Safta, and we're going to be taking Patrick in this one, guys. Patrick has very good striking, very strong. He has his very crisp hands. Like when I say he has crisp hands, I mean his technique is very good. He keeps tight boxing. He has good straight right hands, very hard strikes. I do believe he's going to get the knockout probably in the first round. I think Catalin doesn't move his head at all. I think it's going to be a perfect shot for that straight right hand to land down the pipe, and I think Patrick's going to put him to sleep. So give me Patrick by knockout for the third leg of that parlay. It's going to be the last leg of that parlay. It's going to be Abdul Abdurakhimov taking on Luriano Staropoli. Staropoli was in the UFC, and if you guys remember, he didn't have a good UFC career, and I think Abdul is going to be going here and honestly whoop him. I'm taking Abdul as the last leg of that parlay, but like I said, guys, we do always say, if you ever watch any of my videos, if it comes down to that last leg of the parlay, especially if we get a big favorite like this, we are going to hedge out. But I do believe Abdul's going to win this fight. I think he's going to go in here, take him down, do whatever he wants with him, and just dominate him with the grappling and land some hard strikes. Staropoli lost to Jamie Pickett, and anybody that loses to Jamie Pickett, I'm just off of your bandwagon. Jamie Pickett might have been the worst UFC fighter in that division, and he went out there and beat Staropoli, took Staropoli down, and if Jamie Pickett's taking you down, I think Abdul's going to go in here and ragdoll him. So give me Abdul to go in here, win this fight by either ground and pound or submission. I don't see a way Leonardo Staropoli stops the takedowns. I think Abdul's going to completely ragdoll him. Next fight, this is going to be a two or 3 leg parlay. I'll let you guys know exactly what I'm going to be doing next, but the first leg of that parlay is going to be Florian Zendeli taking on Daniele, I think it's Daniele Micheli. I think it's Miceli. I don't know how to pronounce these Italian names sometimes. I'm sorry, but we're taking Florim in this one, guys. It's going to be 2 different grapplers coming against each other where both of them have really good grappling, but I think if it counteracts the grappling, they're both standing up, I think Florim is going to put the output, and I think he has a better striking. I also think Florim is a better grappler, and he's fought the higher competition, so I just think he's going to be a better all-around fighter. But like I said, if the grappling counteracts and both of them's grappling just comes to where we see a lot of scrambles and they just end up standing in a stand-up boxing match, I think Florian has a better boxing. I think he can knock out Daniele. I don't think Daniele has good hands at all. I don't think he moves his head very well, and I think Florian's going to pick him apart if the fight keeps standing. But if Florian goes out there and goes and puts his game plan in what I think he's going to do, where he gets a takedown, dominates the top control, gasses out McKinley, and ends up getting a knockout, either ground and pound or just gassing him out, wins on the feet by knockout. I just think Florian is just a better fighter, better cardio, better grappling, and I think he has better striking as well. So give me Florian as the first leg of this parlay. Second leg of the parlays, it's Mikhail Grug taking on Lamine Sane, and we're going to be taking Mikhail in this one, guys. Mikhail is two heavyweights that are going to be banging out in this one, but Lamine hasn't fought anybody. This guy has a losing negative record. He's fought very low level competition and he's still losing. And Mikhail is a heavyweight that hits very hard. He's knocking guys out left and right, and I don't think Lamine has a chin at all. He's been knocked out 4 different times, and I think this is going to be a layup for Mikhail. So Mikhail just goes in here, just doesn't gas out and does what he's supposed to do. I do believe he gets this knockout. So give me Mikhail as the second leg of the parlay. I think he knocks this dude out. Next fight, like I told you, I didn't know if it was going to be a 2-leg or a 3-leg parlay, but if you want to make that as a 2-leg parlay with the last 2 fights, then it's probably going to come out to a -200, -210. But if you don't like betting over -200s, then we might as well add this one. But this is the one that's going to be kind of scary that might break that one. It's going to be Salvo Gudiz taking out Attila Kobas, and we're going to be taking Kobas in this one. Kobas is very green, very new to the fighting, but he hits very hard and has decent grappling. Salvo has fought more competition. He's more experienced, but he's fought a lot of low-level competition. And every single time he's fought at any competition and looked the level step up, he's lost. So I think Attila, just even though he's very green, I think he has the athleticism, the skills to go out here and win this fight. But like I said, if this underdog and Salvo comes through, I'm not going to be surprised, because I'm not sure if I even want to add him to that parlay. But we're going to be taking Attila in this one as the third leg of that parlay, guys. And it's going to be 50-50 if I'm at Adam. So keep an eye on that. All right, guys, for the next fight, it's going to be Connor Hughes taking on Jacob Kazuba. And I'm going to be taking the underdog on Connor Hughes, guys. I'm a big fan of Connor Hughes, so I think this might be a heart play for me. More of like I'm betting on him because I like him a lot. He's one of the prospects I like a lot. He has good grappling, good striking, and he has good cardio as well. Jacob Kazuba is a very good kickboxer. He's a very good prospect in his own right, but I think I'm just going to be on the Connor Hughes side, guys. I like him a lot. I like this young kid. He's one of those young kids that are fighting out of Manchester that's got a lot of potential, and I really believe in him a lot. So give me Connor Hughes to go out here to fight in a very competitive, very close fight, and him to pull off a victory in a close decision. I'm taking Connor Hughes to go out here just to put out a little bit more output, land a little bit more strikes, and make it a very competitive fight and win this fight as underdog. So give me Connor Hughes. This is the last bet I have for you guys. It's going to be Lewis Grillen Evans taking on Alexander Luster. And I'm going to be taking the underdog in this one as well, and Alexander Luster, guys. I think this fight's going to be very competitive, where Lewis McGrillen has very good striking. He's a dog. He likes walking forward, getting hit, but it seems like when he gets hit with a hard shot, he drops. He doesn't get knocked out, but he drops and gets back up. But I think Alexander Luster is going to be good to land a hard shot on him and then eventually take him down and get a submission victory. Alexander Luster's grappling is levels above his, and if Alexander Luster gets him to the ground, I think he's going to be able to take his back and choke him out. So yeah, guys, that's going to be the play for this one. I'm taking Alexander Luster to be able to take this fight to the floor, land a hard shot on top, and end up getting a submission victory. So give me Alexander Luster, guys. And all right, guys, that is it for today's video. PFL Europe Championships. This is the first video I have out today, so I'm going to have another one coming out soon for the UFC event, Colby Covington versus Buckley. So stay tuned for that one. Like the video, subscribe to the page, come back every single day, guys. I'll see you guys later on. I'll see you guys later on for the UFC video.